Hi guys, it's Chris here from Some Bloke Who Travels a Lot, and today I'm off to catch a Flix train in Germany. Now I thought I was pretty familiar with trains in Germany. One company, Deutsche Bahn, and the regional, which are the red trains, and the ICE, Intercity Express, they're high-speed trains, which are white. That was until I started planning my tour of the German cities hosting Euro 2024. First stop was Frankfurt, and then to Stuttgart. So the train was a logical choice. And then when I went on trainline.com, I was expecting good value prices, as I've always found trains on the continent much cheaper than the UK. But what I wasn't expecting was an intercity train for the price of a pint. And the other great feature I liked was you could reserve the seat next to you for €2.50. Now, as in the tradition of all low-cost travel, we're not actually going from the main terminal in Frankfurt. We were sent down to Frankfurt Sud, and as I wasn't expecting a Pullman dining car on this train, I fortified myself in the McDonald's. I know I'm supposed to be on a diet, but you know, it's a McDonald's breakfast, isn't it? They don't do the sausage pate. Now, I don't know if that was just at this McDonald's or if that's everywhere else. I can now see my train has popped up, and the Flix train, and downstairs at Frankfurt Sud there's a lot more opportunities to stock up. Now, whether that's on soft drinks, beers, pastries, sandwiches, there was a good spread downstairs before I headed up to my platform. What a glorious day. It was knocking on for 30 degrees, and I was beginning to think to myself, I wonder if there's air conditioning on this train. See, my waiter the night before had actually wished me good luck when I was going on the Flix train, and he said it was like travelling in the 1990s. My taxi driver this morning taking me to Frankfurt Sud had told me there were modern trains. As you can see, here is my Flix train. It's a popular train. There was no doubting that. But as she got a little bit closer, I saw it was the waiter who was right. It might be fluorescent, modern, bright green, but that's an old train. And it was a hot day. Wonder what it's going to be like for the next hour and 45 minutes. As I said, it's a popular train. The platform was full, and I was getting a little bit worried this would be an overcrowded train. And now I think when you book your neighbour's seat, I think that's all well and good that's going to stop someone booking that seat. But on a crowded train, it's not going to stop someone sat next to you. There's people stood up on a train. You're not going to say, oh no, I reserved this seat for €2.49. But obviously, plenty of people got off the train in Frankfurt. So yeah, it was kind of quite an almost empty carriage. They're not the cleanest of carriages. You work that one out a little bit later on. Still a bit of refuse from my previous person who occupied the seat. As there's actually only one person working on the train, as he came around and checked the tickets, answered the questions, and collected the rubbish in the bag. So, fair's fair. We've got to remember what we're paying for. And you are paying for a decent amount of space. Here's our fella now, wearing that lovely green shirt. The view out the window, well, that's going to be the same as on any other train company. One thing was that the train journey from start to finish was with a not screaming toddler, but a noisy one sat behind me. But luckily for me, on this trip, I had bought my noise-cancelling headphones, so that made it that little bit more bearable. And for the next highlight of this journey, brace yourselves, people. We're off to the lavatory. I guess that's German for wash your hands. Mind you, it's still a lot worse. And that very much goes for the whole train. I've seen a lot worse. Yes, it's basic, but you have four-seat layouts, two-seat layouts. It was certainly comfortable. It got me there on time to Stuttgart. And if you remember the price difference that you're paying, yeah, I think it's exceptional value. I would do it again. Even on a very hot day, it wasn't unbearable. But could have done with a little bit of ice in my drink. And talking of ice, that's where I'm going next week. I am travelling first class from Stuttgart to Munich. So we will go from one end of the spectrum to the other. So please do consider subscribing to the channel. And if you ring the bell, YouTube will notify you when I post the next video from my travels. Thank you very much for watching and happy travels.